Welcome back to Scott Swing Sports Day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back here by myself again today. My dad's at work. It's time to do my conference championship and NFL predictions for the weekend. Let's get into my college football predictions first for this weekend. First game out in North Texas and UTSA tonight at 7:30 on CBS Sports. Give me the UTSA Roadrunners to get the win here. They won the Conference USA last year. I expect them to win the Conference USA again this year. So I will go with UTSA to get the win here against North Texas. Now USC and Utah, 8 o'clock tonight on Fox. Friday Night SmackDown's been moved over to Fox Sports 1 tonight. For any of you looking for Friday Night SmackDown tonight on Fox, it has been moved over to FS1 for tonight. I'm going to go with USC to get the win here in Las Vegas. I think USC knows they got to win this game to stay in the college football playoffs, so I think they'll take care of business here. I'm going to go with the SC to get the win here at home in Vegas against Utah. Next up, Kansas State and TCU tomorrow at noon from AT&T Stadium, where UCF might be playing their bowl game if they can win tomorrow. I'm going to go with TCU to get the win here. I think TCU knows they got to win to get into the college football playoff. If they lose here, that opens the door for Ohio State to get into the playoffs. So I'm going to go with TCU to get the win here in AT&T Stadium against Kansas State. Next up, Ohio and Toledo. Should be a good one here. I'm going to go with Toledo to get the win here. I think the Toledo Rockets will win the MAC. That's tomorrow at noon on ESPN, right after College Game Day is over. They will go into this game. So I'm going to go with Toledo to get the win here over Ohio. Next up, Coastal Carolina and Troy. My buddy Riley Carey's telling me to go with Coastal Carolina, but I'm going to trust the Bookers here. I'm going to go with Troy to get the win here. They're favored by 8.5. I'm going to go with the Troy Trojans to get the win here over Coastal Carolina, but it should be a good game. This is at 3:30, also on ESPN. I'm going to go with Troy to get the win here over Coastal Carolina. Now into the SEC Championship game, 4 o'clock. It'll be Brian Kelly in his first year with LSU taking the Tigers to the SEC Championship game as they head into the Mercedes-Benz Superdome to take on Kirby Smart and his number 1 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. This game's not even going to be close. I'm going to go with Georgia to get the win here. Georgia knows they got to win this game if they want to stay in the playoff. I'm going to go with Georgia to get the win. Even if Georgia loses this game, I think they could still get into the playoff. So I'm going to go with Georgia to get the win over LSU. Next up, UCF and Tulane. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock on ABC. UCF got some very good news yesterday with Gus Malzahn saying that John Rice Plumlee is good to go this week. He's not 100%, but he said at this point of the season who is 100% with all the injuries everybody has. I'm going to go with UCF to find a way to win this game. I think the fact that John Rice Plumlee is playing makes me a lot more confident because I don't trust Mikey Keene to play as well as Plumlee can play against Tulane. I think Plumlee is Tulane's version of Plumlee is like kryptonite for Tulane here. So I'm going to go with UCF to get the win here on the road in New Orleans against Tulane and punch their ticket to the Cotton Bowl in January. So I'll go with UCF over Tulane.
Go Knights!
Next up, Fresno State and Boise State on the Smurf turf tomorrow at 4 o'clock on Fox. Give me Boise State to get the win here. I think Boise's been playing very well this year. I'll go with Boise State to get the win here at home against Fresno. Next up, Purdue and Michigan in the Big Ten Championship game, Lucas Oil Stadium, 8 o'clock tomorrow night on Fox. Why is Purdue here? I don't know. They don't deserve to be here with how they should. I told my buddy Riley last night they should move the divisions up a little bit because you have the 3 best teams in the Big Ten on one side of the conference. You should honestly move one of those teams into the other division to make it more competitive in that division. I'm going to go with Michigan to get the win here in Lucas Oil Stadium. I think 8 o'clock on Fox. I'll go with Michigan to punch their ticket to the college football playoff here and get a win over Purdue. Next up, Clemson and North Carolina in the ACC Championship game, 8 o'clock on ABC. Usually Clemson is something to play for here, a spot in the playoff or something, but I'm going to go with Clemson to get the win here over North Carolina. Mac Brown's had a great year with North Carolina this year, but I'm going to go with Dabo and Clemson to get the win here over North Carolina. Now into the NFL games for the weekend. I'm 1 for 1 so far with a correct pick last night with the Bills beating the Pats last night. First game out tomorrow. It'll be on Sunday. It'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers heading into Hot Atlanta to take on the Falcons. They looked good last week. I'll go with Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers to get the win here on the road in Atlanta against the Falcons. Next up, this game's surprisingly not Sunday Night Football. They usually put this game in prime time, but both teams are horrible this year, so thank goodness they didn't. As it'll be Aaron Rodgers and the Packers heading into Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears. I'm going to go with the Packers to get the win here. Aaron Rodgers continues to own the Chicago Bears, and I think he'll continue to do that this week. I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers to get the win here on the road against the Bears.
Go Bears!
Next up, the Jacksonville Jaguars heading into Detroit to take on the Lions. Give me the Lions to get the win here at home. I think Jared Goff will play well enough this week to get a win. I'm excited to watch this game a little bit. I'll go with Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions to get the win here at home over the Jags. Next up, the New York Jets heading into U.S. Bank Stadium to take on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings could be the first team to punch their ticket to the playoffs this week with a win. They also need a Lions loss to lock up the NFC North. I don't think it happens this week, but I think it'll happen next week. I'll go with the Minnesota Vikings to get the win here at home over the Jets. Next up in a battle of two teams that are good, which we didn't expect them to be good. It'll be Taylor Heineke and the Washington Commanders heading into MetLife Stadium to take on Danny Dimes and the G-Men. Give me the Commanders to get the win here. Washington's been red hot lately. 3 straight wins in a row. They've looked very good the last month. So I'll go with the Commanders to get the win here on the road against the Giants. Next up, the Tennessee Titans heading into Philly to take on the Eagles. 48 degrees on Sunday in Philly. Should be a great game. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles to get the win here at home. So I'll go with, at home. I like the Eagles here. I'll go with Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles to get the win here at home over the Tennessee Titans. Next up, the Denver Broncos heading into Baltimore to take on the Ravens. I'm done picking the Broncos. I think that's the last time I'm picking them this year. I'll go with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to get the win here at home. I thought the Broncos would have won last week against Carolina. They didn't. So I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to get the win here at home over the Denver Broncos. Now into the next game again, a game I thought would have been in prime time based on the payback version of this this game, as it'll be the returning Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns heading into Houston to take on the Texans.
Go Texans.
I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans to get the win here. I think the Browns are going to find a way to get a win here. Deshaun Watson has not looked good in practice this week. A lot of receivers dropping passes this week for him. I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns to get the win here on the road over the very bad Houston Texans. Next up, the Seattle Seahawks heading into L.A. to take on the Rams. Let's see. There's a lot of injuries here. Stafford's out. Donald's out. Cooper Kupp's out. Basically, the entire Rams team is injured this week. I'll go with Kenneth Walker and the Seattle Seahawks to get the win here on the road in LA and keep pace in the NFC West. I'll go with Kenneth Walker and the Seattle Seahawks to get the win here on the road in LA against the Rams. Next up, and again, I thought could be in prime time this week, and I wouldn't hate it, is it'll be Tua and the Dolphins heading into Levi Stadium to take on Jimmy G and the 49ers. Should be a great game here. I'm going to go with, just because they're at home, I guess I'll go with Jimmy G and the San Francisco 49ers to get the win here at home. They've only lost one game at home this year. I can't remember who that was against, but I'll go with Jimmy G and the Niners just because they're at home. I think the Dolphins are still a very good team, but I don't think they're in the upper echelon right now of the NFL, which I think the Niners are. So I'll go with the Niners to get the win here at home over the Dolphins. Next up in a rematch of the AFC Championship game from last year, it'll be Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs heading in to Cincinnati to take on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Go Joe!
I will go with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs to get the win here at home. I think the Chiefs are a much better team than the Bengals are right now. Still no Jamar Chase this week, I don't think. He's still injured. Hopefully he's still hurt in a couple weeks when the Bengals come down here to Tampa in 2 weeks. I'll go with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs to keep the good times rolling here and get a win here at home on the road in Cincinnati. Hold on to the number 1 seed in the AFC and get a win on the road against the Bengals. Next up, the LA Chargers heading into Allegiant Stadium in Vegas to take on the surprising now 2 wins in a row Las Vegas Raiders. Give me Justin Herbert and the Chargers to get the win here on the road. I think the Chargers have been very good this year. So I'm going to go with the Chargers to get the win here on the road in Vegas against the Raiders. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts heading into Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Why is this game on Sunday Night Football? I have no idea. Give me Dak and the Cowboys to get the win here at home. Let's see if Jeff Saturday remembers to call his timeouts this week after what happened on Monday night. He even said in his press conference on Tuesday that he regrets not calling one on 3rd down last week against the Steelers on Monday night. But I don't think he's going to need to use those timeouts because this game ain't going to be close. I'll go with Dak and the Cowboys to get the win here at home over the Colts. Now into Monday Night Football, a game that I don't think a lot of people are going to be watching this week, as it'll be Andy Dalton and the New Orleans Saints heading into Tampa to take on the Bucks.
Go Bucks!
This game's going to be ugly. Neither team can score. I guess I'll go with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers to get the win here at home. If we don't win here, I think our season's over pretty much if we don't win here.
Go Bucks!
Because the Falcons have a bye week next week, and we're probably going to lose to the Niners next week. So I'm going to go with, I guess I'll go with Tom Brady and the Bucs to find a way to get a win here at home. Saints are 1-4 on the road this year, so that's helpful. I guess I'll go with Tom Brady and the Bucs to get the win here on the road at home in Ray J on Monday night against the Saints.
Ring of Honor game.
No, it's not. They're moving that. The Ring of Honor game is going to be on January 1st. The Carolina Panthers game. That's going to be a very fun game to be at. Hopefully, the Bucs are still in contention. I will be at that game on January 1st against Carolina. And that will do it for this episode of Scott Speaking Sports. I will see you guys right back here next week on Scott Speaking Sports. See you later, guys.